So, good morning. I'm at Wheat Ridge, Colorado with the TA here, and it's kind of a cluster, but you'll notice I have a set of hot dogs here, and I am not eating them in the middle of the fuel island. Truckers, it is a beautiful day for trucking in the USA. Today I'm up on Highway 40 in Colorado, and we are climbing up the mountain here, going up the switchbacks. Got the dash cam running so you guys can see what we're doing here. Heading on over, we're going to be getting this machine. It's a track hoe with a forestry head on it. I'm not sure what make it is. Going to be the first time I've hauled one of these, so it's going to be kind of interesting because I know the heads on these are a lot heavier, so it's going to be a little bigger. So we're going to be going up to a logging site, picking this thing up, and hauling it up to Missoula, Montana. This road out here is pretty crazy, though. I don't know if you can see off in the side of the dash cam here, but you can see the highway I just came up below, and it's pretty intense. Kind of wish I'd remembered to turn the dash cam on sooner, but got a lot of stuff on my mind right now. I-70's right on the other side of the mountain here. I just come up off of that, and we're kind of going up all these little switchbacks and bouncing our way. We're about 46 miles from where we're going to be picking up, so it'll probably take me about another hour to get in there. I should be there about 1 o'clock. Maybe make a little time in between here and there. We'll see. All right, we are loaded. I was thinking about putting cameras on the outside, but the problem is we're going to scrape so many tree branches on the way down that I really don't think it'd be the best idea. You guys, what you're going to get instead, I'm going to show you this picture here. This is a panoramic I took up here. I don't know how it turned out yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be pretty good because the light and the scenery and the condition when it happened was just perfect. The sun had ducked behind a cloud and gave us this really beautiful soft light. So I'm thinking this is going to be a beautiful picture. So you guys will get to see that. It is going to be a little interesting when I get up into a couple of these switchbacks here. So I need to get off the camera, quit talking. So we'll catch up with y'all later. Well, we are down the mountain now. I shut the camera off for a second, then I turned it on again. And I mean, if you look at this, you got this beautiful, beautiful cliff-hanging railroad and everything down here. I mean, this is just some phenomenal scenery. It really take your breath away. So I turned it back on here. I was like, man, this is beautiful. I have not been on this road before. This is US 40, and it's a 35-mile-an-hour road for a reason. It's pretty steep out here. You think of the Colorado red rock though, and this is exactly what you're talking about. It's got this real pretty red orange to all the rocks out here. I mean, just beautiful. You know, the train kind of hugging the wall in there and everything else. It's kind of like a picture of the Old West. It's pretty neat. Now that we're back down and got the routing and everything figured out, we are 147 miles from Wyoming. We're 852 miles from Missoula. So it should be a good little run. It'll be about 7 p.m. before we get to Wyoming. And I'm just hoping to get far enough north to get up onto 80 and get into a truck stop. I know that like Little America is going to be in there and a couple of those. So we're gonna find a place. I'm gonna have to, we'll get up there, get the truck weighed. I know I'm fine with my Colorado annual, but we got to get a Wyoming permit bought, so I got to get up there, get weighed, and all that fun stuff. So, and then we'll be heading down to probably spend the night, probably where we get all that stuff done, and then just plan on getting up early in the morning and getting after it again, because I really want to try and make some miles tomorrow. Because if we can leave early, there's a possibility I can have this thing delivered in Billings, because the guy who runs the machine's just following me the whole way up. So we'll be able to get her unloaded one way or another. So because it's going right to the little dealer there. So even if I get in like 6-7 o'clock tomorrow night, I think we'll be able to get this thing off the trailer. So that'd be nice if we can do that, and then that way I can be free in the morning to go and get something put back on the trailer and run hard with it. Try and get it delivered before Friday. Well, good morning, everybody. I'm in Wyoming. Made it over to Wamsutter last night to the Loves there. Didn't do a whole lot of filming after we got down off the mountain. Actually, didn't do any filming after we got down off the mountain yesterday. Really wasn't anything eventful to talk about. It was just a whole lot of driving. Did wind up running into like this bike race where we got slowed down for quite a bit because they had all these stupid people everywhere. So kind of wish I'd have thought to turn the camera on for that, but you know, it was really just like me sitting in traffic is all it was. So it really wasn't exciting. Right now I'm about 5 miles from the Idaho state line, so we are 473 miles away from delivery. Sunset is looking like 8:22 p.m. so really I can run until almost 9 p.m. to get this thing in there. So I should be able to get this machine delivered tonight, because he said he'll come in and we'll get her delivered. So maybe a real late delivery we're looking at. We'll see how all that works out. And then don't know what we're doing next yet. We've been kind of looking. I need to, well, he's at lunch right now. Once the dispatcher gets back, gonna call in and see if he's got anything popping up for tomorrow yet. We're still trying to burn real hard. Today's only Tuesday, so we're doing good. I'll have this unloaded today, and then we can deliver it probably. We'll deliver this today, and then hopefully get something on the trailer tomorrow that we can deliver by Friday. That way I'm making for the pay period here. This is kind of this drive up eastern Idaho here. I'm going Highway 30 right now over to I-15. You kind of cut up across the corner there. Not a bad little drive. It's just kind of boring because there's not a whole lot to look at. This is kind of like the land that time forgot. You know, they haven't had a whole lot of economy out here for a long time, so there's just not a whole lot that goes on in this country, and not a whole lot to look at. It's all pretty barren, not a lot of trees. I mean, you get a few that are down in the hollows here, but you know, it's not one of my favorite drives to make, that's for sure. It's a little better once you get on 15, but you know, once you get north of you know, Idaho Falls there, and you start heading up from there, going up you know, towards Dillon, Montana, that stretch of road in between there, that is a long, kind of just desolate stretch. I mean, it is a desert. It's just all a bunch of sagebrush, you know, brown grass out there. Well, here we are. We're just going past the Humphrey exit. That means that's exit 190, which is the last exit in Idaho on I-15. We're almost back into Montana. Kind of one of the locations you see here going by on the camera is this old schoolhouse over here, or whatever it is, where this guy's out here with the horses. And I don't know, I think it's a schoolhouse or a stage stop or whatever it is that was there. Old building, and that's kind of one of the things I've always recognized on this road all the times I've run it. That's just kind of the mile marker that sticks out here. You know, we're creeping right up on the border right now. Teasing us with that last 70 mile an hour speed limit sign, since it's going to drop back down to 65 in Montana. Right now we're 126 from I-90, so that's not doing too bad. That's about 2 hours, and then it's about another hour and a half from there over to Missoula. So we'll get this thing delivered today. Wind is really blowing out here today. I mean, you got a lot of smoke from all these forest fires. Everything's on fire right now. And so you got all this smoke around, and you know, then the wind's just driving right now, so that's really kind of makes you wonder and worry, because up in those fires, when you start getting a lot of wind blowing into those fires, they start burning really, really hard. We're just getting that final straightaway right before Missoula. It's been a long, hard day, but we made it. Just squeaking on in here, but yeah, we just made it on in. So I'm gonna get in here, get this thing kicked off the trailer right quick. He's gonna be there waiting to help me, so I'm gonna get her unloaded. I am gonna get on my way, and we can get on to the next little adventure here. At this point, know what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be taking a big machine down to Texas, so we'll be looking forward to that. It's going to be quite the move because it's going to be a Cat D8 that we're taking down, and that's what I'm going to finish off the week with. I think I'm going to do that as the next video. Just kind of keep it easy to edit, keep it kind of concise here. So feels real good making it in here, though. The truck's been working a lot better for me with this new front axle on here. Just running really smooth down the road. I still got a little bit of a shimmy because one of the tires is out of round, but I've been able to stay in it hard all day and really stay after it. So I'm definitely, you know, it sucked having to do it, but it's needed it for a while. And you know, if I'd have done it sooner, I probably wouldn't have had to do so much. But that being the case, we got her done, and now I'm back in the saddle, and I can stay behind the wheel a lot longer now with having this thing all put back together the way it is, because all the vibration that was in it is gone, and it's just riding down the road so much nicer. So I'm not anywhere near as fatigued at the end of the day as I used to be. And I've been hitting it pretty hard, because to go from Denver to up in the mountains where I picked up, and then to come across the mountain range the way I did on the 2-lane to get up into Wyoming there, and then to come across all across Wyoming, you know, and then again up on the 2-lane like I did today, that's a pretty solid piece of business to get all the way up to Missoula, Montana. So I'm pretty happy with myself on that. This run went pretty well. It's only about an 800-mile run, but that first couple hundred miles there was all, you know, steep up and down. Well, you guys saw the video here when we were going in there. It was quite the adventure getting in and out of that place. But everything's gone off without a hitch here and gone real good. Probably repeat myself a little bit because I am tired. I am beat. You know, it's been a tough couple of days, and I didn't sleep very good a couple of nights ago. I got woke up a couple of times in the middle of the night, people knocking on my door, you know, a couple of lot lizards. And the worst part is I wasn't parked at the truck stop. So they just decided they need to come over and see if I wanted any company at 2 in the morning and then 4 in the morning. So that kind of ruined a good night's sleep there. So I'll catch up tonight. I've got plenty of time to get a good night's sleep tonight, and then we'll start off again in the morning. I've got to drive empty all the way down to Salt Lake City in the morning, so that's a good 7-hour drive, 7.5. Actually, it's gonna be almost an 8-hour drive because it's right at 500 miles. So, oh man, look at that big meatball sun in the eye. It's crazy. You see all the smoke up here. I mean, there's so many fires around. Everywhere I've gone today, it's been smoke everywhere. And the closer I've got back to Montana, the worse the smoke has been. So a lot of the fires are up in this area here. Anyway, so we're going to get on over and get this thing unloaded here, and we'll catch up with you guys on the next episode. everybody, so we made it. I'm tired as shit, but we made it. Kind of a good long haul. This is the guy I brought the machine to. Say hi, Dale. So he's the owner and operator of this machine here. This is it's a fellow buncher, isn't it?
It's a track harvester.
Track harvester. So we brought this from up on the mountaintop there, and to tie this thing down, what we had to do is you have to take the head off of here, and you can see that the strap popped off of there. That's all right. She rode good anyways. The chainsaw that does the cuttings down in there, it's got a set of jaws on it here, and then these are the teeth here that'll grab a tree, push it through it right to where he wants to cut it, and so these can move the tree back and forth to where it needs to be, and it'll also delimb them. And then he hits the button and that chainsaw pop down and pop through them, and I mean it's dropped down because there's no hydraulic pressure on it right now, but you can see where we got her all tied down in here. And this is one of the things I really love about this drop frame trailer is you can tie to the middle on the trailer, so you can see these chains are going to the middle frame, and we're hooked in here on the inside. If you see down here where I'm hooked in the track, anytime you hook onto something like that, you want to be careful and stick your finger in there and look around and make sure there's no hoses or lines or anything like that, because you don't want to hook a chain hook on there and then pull something apart and out of the way. So anyways, I'll show you guys a little bit of what we got going on here. Need to go ahead and get this thing off the trailer as quick as we can because we're running out of daylight. So we'll catch up with you guys on the next episode.